determined to record my nails next time I do them because this set was a 2-day process and they didn't even turn out how I hoped they would, but it was really fun to do my nails. And here I'm working on a list of some of my favorite songs, and I've been working on it for a week now. And then I got on the computer to look for new things to trace, just to practice tracing. And then the printer ran out of ink literally as I started printing, so I had to switch it out, blah, blah, blah. Then it worked. And then, what is this? Oh, and then I went to Five Below, and they just got a great book selection. And so I did find 2 books that I love that you'll see later in the video. But one of them is a modern astrology book, which, you know, take everything with a grain of salt because who the fuck wrote this? Wait for it. Excuse me. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get that. Looking around. Nature, rocks, minerals. Looks good. All right, gonna get that too. Then gonna go to the co-work session. Then I started cleaning out my tracing tablet, getting rid of old prints and things I've already tattooed or just things that I'm not interested in tracing anymore. Oh, and then I wrote up, and then it's cute. Then I started reading the book I got from Five Below. It's called Nature's Treasures. It's literally just about all the living beings and organisms on the earth. And I love me some nature. This is a few days later. I went to the gym. I love doing push-ups. Then right after that, I went for a walk before the co-work body doubling session. And I'm excited to get into what I explored. Hey, y'all. My name is Ariel, they, them pronouns. And I'm going to be going, I know I showed Amelia this book yesterday, but it's like The Stars Within You, so I'll be going through it and reading about, specifically, I'll start by reading the things about my placement, so like my sun, moon, ascendant, Mars, Mercury, and stuff like that, and just taking notes and seeing what resonates with me. So yeah. And I did just that. But it took me on a journey through tarot because I love tying tarot and astrology. Give it up for acid-based rain angel. Let's keep going. This is when I grabbed the tarot deck because I'm like, you know what? And look at my joy when I picked the right deck. Because it was split in half and I was looking for the Hermit card, and I intuitively felt like the Hermit card was in that deck, and it was on that side of that deck. So then I went into the Hermit's journey, how it ties in with the Justice card, and how they sandwich the Wheel of Fortune and what that means to me. And I'm going to continue to unfold that thought and process the beauty of tarot. And since I have so much B-roll, honestly, I'm going to share some of what I've wrote. So let's see. The Hermit, Roman numeral IX, reverse is Justice, XI, and they sandwich a turning point called the Wheel of Fortune. But we'll get back to that. Astrea is a Greek goddess associated with Virgo, and her qualities are innocence and purity. They say Libra's scales were held by Astrea in a sense of fairness as the caretaker of humanity, which again just goes directly into the Justice card. And the Justice card is a reaction to what is, and it's a reflection of the past, much like the introspection of the Hermit. The scales will always balance themselves out in the end. And I think maybe the Wheel of Fortune is a decider of justice after going through the process of consideration from what the Hermit learned in their introspection. Something like that. Quote of the day: all art is a kind of confession, more or less oblique. Okay, wait, I want to read that again. All art is a kind of confession, more or less oblique. All artists, if they are to survive, are forced at last to tell the whole story, to vomit the anguish up. James Baldwin.
How do you feel, Ariel?
Literally, like, this, it makes me think of, I have a book that I wrote. I compiled a bunch of writings of mine, and it's literally titled Secrets That Tell Themselves. And this makes me think of that because it's just like telling the whole story and it being kind of a confession. It makes me think of that because I feel like my experiences, especially like the difficult ones, aren't mine to hold alone. And I feel freedom in sharing very vulnerable things because it's my truth, and it's a lot of stuff is things that people told me not to share, or things that were supposed to be kept secret, and the type of things that families are like, oh, what happens in this house stays in this house. And then you're experiencing something that's difficult, but you feel like you can't tell anyone. So that makes me that's what this makes me think of. And after we shared expressions inspired by the quote of the day, we got into what we worked on during the session. So that's what you'll see me talk about in the next clip. I ended up picking up my tarot deck and book. Do you know Rachel True from, she's the actress? So I have her tarot deck and it's amazing. It's so beautiful. Tight. Right? And so the book, it's like not only about the cards, but after each card she has like a page or a paragraph where she talks about a personal experience and how it relates to the card or whatever. So I was just reading through that, and I went to the Hermit card because that's associated with Virgo, and I read about it, and then I thought about how the Hermit card is sandwiched between the Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune, and also how like the Roman numeral of the Hermit is IX, and if you flip that, it's XI, which is the Justice card, which Libra is related to. And so then I went into writing about that and what the relation between the Hermit card and the Justice card and all the things like that. And it was just really, really fun. Like, I love tying together different concepts from different sources. It's just so beautiful. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and I was playing my own music and I was jamming. So that was cool. I guess not necessarily, but it just stood out to me of how Virgo is tied to like purity and innocence in a way. And I don't believe in purity in the way that the world defines purity, but when it comes to like pure intentions and being like a genuine person, I relate to that a lot. Whether some people might disagree, but I just thought about how like Virgo is the helper and the healer and all these things, and how I just genuinely love to help people. Like, I want that to be my role in community, to just assist with daily functions that will just help get shit done. And I genuinely see myself as a helper. Like, I love helping people. So yeah. This is me being the most active listener ever. Nodding, engaging. So you asked me, do I think I'm good at it because I don't overthink it? Do you just not overthink it? What do you? So I think I have a general knack for it. I do overthink literally everything, but sometimes the uncomfortability of it is scared. Like, a lot of things, it's like I'm scared, but I'll just do it anyway if the reward is bigger than the risk. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, okay, whatever. But also, I've been like, I used to post videos on YouTube a lot for a couple of years, and it's a whole thing of visibility and voyeurism and being seen and spectacle and all of these things. It's a whole thing. And I definitely relate to what Sha was saying about like sharing infographics. It's like, because if I get one thing wrong, it's like I would be embarrassed, or it's like, like, I want to make sure I have all the facts. But sometimes, depending on what I'm sharing, I've allowed myself to just know what I know and present the information that I do have, because sometimes I'm just not going to hit every single mark. And hopefully what I do share will inspire someone to do their own further research to understand it deeper. So I try to just be easy on myself as much as possible as a Virgo.